Bull bear? Oh, fell in my hand actually off the desk and it holds up as a bull. Well, good evening, folks. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the live Deerfield Beach pier cam up right now. This is the cam looking inward from the end of the pier towards the beach there. I think, I forget what hotel that is, Deerfield something right there, but partied there many times. Beautiful beach there, spent many days, even as a kid, hanging out at this beach right here, and fishing on this pier as well. Beautiful evening we're having here. I hope you're having a beautiful evening as well. What is it, probably 72 degrees or something like that? But this is not a weather report. This is a report about precious metals. So let's get to what we're going to talk about. Welcome to the shit show. I know I probably lost a viewer on that word, I'm sure, but that's exactly what we got going on economically and politically out there, folks. I mean, let's kind of get into the gist of things right here. $1.7 trillion going to be spent on all kinds of bullshit, not excluding these particular things right here for this particular country, which is, I mean, my gosh. I've got to ask myself here something. Is there something that Congress and the Senate know that we don't know? Is the world coming to an end? Is there like a meteorite headed for Earth? And it really doesn't matter how much they spend because it's all going to end real soon. Or is it maybe an economic explosion or implosion, however you want to take a look at it, where the entire economic system is about to implode, explode, whatever you want to say. And they don't care how much they spend because it really doesn't matter, because what are they really spending? Fiat dollars. They're just printing it. And, again, that's what does that have to do with the price of gold and silver? Every freaking thing. But meanwhile, man, we live in definitely a topsy-turvy, bizarro type world. There's no doubt about that. Look, I don't know what you think about this guy right here, but if there was no one around and I saw him walking down the street, I'd have a few words with the man, that's for damn sure. And a lot of these particular type folks here, and a lot of these folks here, because the bottom line is that again, if they pass this bill, it's going to be with the support of both the blue and the red flavored parties. That's for damn sure. I don't respect either party, to be honest with you. Maybe I respect a few people in each party. I can't even think of who in the Democratic Party. But as far as the Republican Party, I got to admit, I'm a Rand Paul guy. However, the only downside to Rand Paul is that he's a Republican. That's just my opinion. I don't trust the party. I don't trust either one of them. But no less, nothing but a shit show out there politically and economically. Peter Schiff calls it exactly right in the recent Zero Hedge article here, or in one of the Zero Hedge headlines that you see. The Fed is still completely oblivious. Absolutely freaking true. Well, these people live in a fantasy world. They really do. Think about it. You're a central banker. You make huge amount of money. What kind of neighborhood do you live in? Where do you get your news? You get your news from corporate media, and corporate media is mostly a lie to start with. And well, you see where we're going with this. But nothing good out there economically. Nothing good out there as far as I don't mean to sound so negative, but this is the facts. $1.7 trillion, folks. They're going to sign off. Either party's going to sign off on $1 trillion budget, especially in the situation that we're in. And they're going to give another $1 billion or more. They've already given $40 or $80 billion to this particular country right here, run by a bunch of crooks and criminals. Always has been. Think about it. Before the actual war itself, everyone was saying how crooked this country was, including the current president that's coming over here begging for money, how crooked they were, how crooked they all were, and the fact that they were actually backed by a bunch of, I hate to use the word, you know what I'm talking about, NAZISs. I don't know if you spell it makes a difference. It probably doesn't. But and now all of a sudden they're not run by a bunch of corrupt NAZISs. They're run by a noble government. Give me a fucking break. And we giving them how many, almost $100 billion probably so far. If you spent 50 to $100 billion in cancer research, we would have cured cancer already. But what did these motherfuckers decide to give it to? These crooked bastards right here. And who are those crooked bastards? Guys like this. Folks, these folks don't represent us in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. The red nor the blue flavors, and you make your own mind up on that. But as far as the price of gold and silver, what does that mean for gold and silver? It just means that there's no better time to be in some kind of safe, sound money. What might that be? Well, I know gold and silver's been around for 5,000 years. I know the U.S. dollar's been around for how long? And hasn't been, well, it's been devalued, but you know what I'm talking about. Hasn't just completely gone away. Well, like I said earlier in the video, I've got to wonder that these bastards are spending like drunken sailors. What the hell are they thinking? And pardon me, all you sailors out there, but you know what I'm talking about. What are these guys thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Even a drunken sailor wouldn't spend his family or his country's money like this. So I got to give drunken sailors way more credit than these crooked mother effer politicians. All right, you got me going. No, I got myself going on this. What does that got to do with the price of gold and silver? Well, folks, the way things are run right now and the way that this manipulation that we're seeing in our marketplaces, and we see it in the silver and gold and precious metals markets. It's got to be in other markets. We see it in politics. We see it in we see it everywhere. I mean, look at this FX deal here with Sam Bankman-Fried. Holy frickin', really? I mean, and he's an insider. He was paying these people directly. He was giving these parties money to do this stuff. So the corruption is so in your face. Look at the Twitter files. I mean, I'm going to say it. It's probably going to reduce my views by half, but look at the Twitter files. Holy crap. Not a single corporate media station has covered them at all. And that's big stuff. That's big stuff when it tells you. But we've always known for a long time between you and I that the CIA, the NSA, all these spook motherfuckers are out here trying to drive the population around with their bullshit psych ops or whatever the hell they want to call them. Anyways, wow, that's a rabbit hole I don't often go down. But what does that got to do with the price of gold and silver? Well, listen, the world is being run by a bunch of narcissists and psychopaths and completely fucking wacko people, man. Your economic world and your political world. I mean, we can change it. Trust me, we got the power to change it. It's called 223 and 45s. But I'm not saying we. Anyways, you got my point there. And holy crap, let's get into gold and silver prices right now. 18.14, still holding on to the $18 level. Let me hit the refresh button. $18, $18.15, $23.99, 1,001. I still think that the coin set a bull for tomorrow. I'd like to see a bull tomorrow, but for some reason, I just think they're going to try to monkey hammer the year-end prices again, sub 1,800, sub 24, and sub $1,000 for sure. Maybe they're going to get it bigger. Who knows? Maybe I am just like a redheaded stepchild that's been beaten so many times by these crooked Crimex market manipulators out here that every holiday and every time I get a little positive that they pound it down. Maybe that's what it is, but we know it ain't conspiracy, folks. We know these markets are run by a bunch of fucking criminals. And I've said it a couple times. There goes a few more viewers. I should have a viewer count up here every time I say something like that. Click, 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 lose a few. Click, click, gain 2. Gain 3 maybe. I hope I like lose 2, gain 3 when I do this kind of stuff. But I say it out of passion and I say it out of realness, not out of just the sake of just throwing those words about loosely. Let's get into what the best deals out there. The best deals are certainly gold 1 ounce gold bars at spot plus $73. Even though Gold Eagles premiums on all sovereign products across the board, including overpriced gold eagles and silver eagles. And I love gold and silver eagles, especially at these prices. I love them way better than where they were. If you think about it, gold eagles are almost $100 per ounce cheaper in the premium right now than they have been in the last couple years at their highs. Even more than that, if you think about it. Meanwhile, gold bars have been spot plus 73 for the last couple years. So what does that mean? You could buy gold bars at spot plus 73 for 2 or 3 years now, but for gold eagles and for silver eagles and sovereign products, the premiums were just fucking crazy. They were way high. They've come down dramatically. You know what that tells me is that there was a specific market for sovereign products that had to be filled by somebody. I don't know who it was. Telemarketers, people that were poorly informed that they should buy those higher priced products instead of 1 ounce gold bars. And you know my opinion on that whole $50 million deal in gold and silver or whatever it came out to by some billionaire. They overpaid. They overpaid if they're buying sovereign products for that kind of premium. But again, I don't know where these sovereign products are going to, silver eagles and gold eagles, at these excessively high prices, especially, again, when you could have bought things like this at spot plus 73. Premiums haven't changed since last night. I'm not going to go into details on premiums tonight because if you watch last night's video, the premiums are exactly the same kind of, in the last couple nights' videos, the premiums are the same as they are right today. Nothing's changed in a major way other than the fact that silver premiums, let's talk about silver real quick. Silver premiums have dropped dramatically, and not just the sovereign products. Even the 100-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, and kilo bars have dropped as well. But silver prices jumped up dramatically, $18 to 24. What is that on a percentage basis? That's like 15%, between 15 and 20%, or something like that. That's substantial. No, 20% maybe. We've seen a 20% rise from the low to high here in a short period of time. And maybe that explains why the premiums have dropped, because last night I was talking about how a lot of retail buyers kind of lay off their buying a little bit. They slow down on their buying when they see prices go up. This is something I've noticed for the last 40 years, 50 years, how long I've been doing this. When prices shoot up dramatically, everything gets quiet in the retail buying and selling business with precious metals, for the most part. When it jumps up dramatically and when it drops dramatically. When it starts to steady out is when we start to see the buyers pop in and the sellers pop in on both ends of that, again, when it drops and when it goes up. But remember that these drops that I'm talking about and these up markets like we're seeing right now, when we've been breaking that $24 market in silver, are driven purely by COMEX markets, which I call the CRIMEX criminal markets, in my opinion, that are manipulated by large commercial players still to this day. So don't ever forget that, that these markets are manipulated. But again, look around you, folks. They're not even trying to hide their criminality and their manipulation anymore. And again, that's just my opinion and the opinion of people way smarter than me as well. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. So like I said, the best deal out there is 100-ounce bars. Wow, you like how I can mix these things up? 100-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, kilo bars, 1-ounce bars. And as you know, I can beat, well, here, let me get into my advertising real quick. As you know, I've been in business since 1977. Well, I've been in business. I started working with my father in 1977. Just recently inherited his business, Florida Currency and Coins, if I haven't told you, and his other business, which is the Lakeland Collectorama Show. And I run my own business here, so I've been pretty busy. Commercial rare coins and precious metals. We buy and sell all types of precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, anywhere from $1 worth to millions of dollars worth of gold, silver, and platinum. We also do rare coins, paper money, and other type collectibles. And I have a antique and jewelry business as well, but I'll get into that some other time. So if you're looking to buy precious metals, gold, silver, and platinum, anywhere from $1 worth to millions of dollars worth, we're the guys to talk to in South Florida. We advertise. I advertise to beat the local guys and APMEX and SD and JM Bullion for their reasonably priced bullion products. Not all the shiny shit that all these guys sell, but the reasonably priced products. So there's my advertising spiel. And bullion, it's easy to do. I don't mind dropping my prices down to beat the locals. I don't mind dropping my prices down to beat the online sellers like JM, SD, and APMEX Bullion. Because, again, if you want to be competitive, you got to beat the competitive guys out there, and that's what we advertise to do. All right, you heard all my advertising. Let's get back into the best deals out there. I still feel that 100-ounce bars here's my sheet. Boy, I don't even have a light on here right now. Let me see here. Spot plus 250. That is really super cheap when it comes to 100-ounce bars. I haven't seen them that cheap in quite some time. You know, if you're looking to sell gold, silver, and platinum, bad time, folks. I would wait for sure. Sometimes you can't, but the premiums have dropped across the board, which means that if you're going to sell any of these products right now, you're going to get less for them as well. Where are we going from here? Or you know what? We talked about all the premiums last night. I think I told you everything I could for the last couple days on premiums. If you missed it, watch last night's video or fast forward to when you see this kind of page on the screen here. Meanwhile, let me talk about last night's video. And man, I finally feel a little consistency here. I popped out like 2 or 3 in a row. The last month's been pretty tough on me, as most of you guys know, for many different reasons. Just things that happen to you in life. So KS, here, let me go to the bottom here, do a quick refresh, and I'm going to make most of you dizzy. Meanwhile, I do that, I'm going to take a quick sip here. Oh, wow. Rob, how does he do that? First every time. Good evening, Rob. Thank you for watching. Anonymous Andy says Japan can make inflation worse in America by dumping their dollar bonds. Absolutely true. Eli says I have the same feeling, lower silver prices over the next 10 to 14 days. That's my gut feeling, Eli. But man, if I really knew, one of the things that they do in the criminal crime X markets is that they mix it up. They don't always do what you expect them to do. And of course that would make sense to some degree when these collusive bastards get together and they do their little monkey hammering and even drive the market up like they have been from 18 to 24. But I digress. I think that the silver prices may be sub 18, sub 24, and sub $1,000 by the end of the year. And the new year, I think, holds a whole different prospect and a whole different outlook for me at least. Excuse me, my voice dried up there a little bit. Michael Matthews, you remind me to take a sip here. It's not coffee though. Cheers to everyone out there. And Linda Compton, how are you? I like all the camera shots that you show us. Probably been able to, so it's like a little mini vacation. Linda, if you take a look on, all of you out there, if you take a look on YouTube and type in live cameras in Florida, live South Florida cams, live Florida cams, live cams anywhere on YouTube, there are so many cool places that you can kind of like watch on your, like I show the fish cams and stuff like that. And quite frankly, I'm one of those guys, before I travel to a place, I've been to Europe and other places, I'll go on Google Earth and I'll walk around my hotel in the area that I'm staying at before I even go there on Google Earth. And most of you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, Google Earth is pretty damn cool. Wilfred says, once again, hey, thanks, Wilfred. Appreciate it. And Happy New Year's and happy holidays to you. Mike as well. Happy holidays, sir. Christopher says, as a dealer, what is the most preferred retail-friendly bullion coin you like to buy and flip? What is the most preferred retail-friendly bullion coin? So when you say bullion coin, I presume you're saying a sovereign product, like a Silver Eagle. Coins would indicate that they have a face value on them. They're made by a sovereign country. In which case, I would say, you know what? There really isn't a preferred. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the odd weights. I don't like 1.5. I think a lot of dealers are like me. I don't like 1.5 ounce coins. I don't like those odd weight silver coins. 3/4 of an ounce are pretty frightening to me as well, because you got to look at them. The weight's so close that. But anyways, don't like that stuff because it's a little harder to figure out. Don't like Canadian rolls because they're 25 to an ounce. Why? And the whole world does 20 to an ounce, but go figure. That's what the Canadians do. 20. Love all my Canadian friends, by the way. So, but your government, hey, it's as screwed up as ours. But 25 to a roll, I don't like that. Let me see what else you have here. What else are you asking here? Also, when purchasing gold bars, how easy is it to verify them in assay cards? It is a no-no to remove them from the card. I got to tell you that assay cards are the most asinine effing thing I ever saw, as are certificates of authenticity. That's my opinion as a dealer. I've been doing this a long time, because first off, an assay card is easier to counterfeit than probably a gold bar. So is a certificate of authenticity. Both of those things can be done on computers with good printers, all right, and other type things. So it's so much easier to counterfeit a certificate of authenticity in a plastic tomb or an assay card, so to speak. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, I'd rather have them out of the assay card as a dealer, because here, I can test them on the XRF machine. I can test them for their weight more accurately. I can test them on a specific gravity machine. I can test them diameter. I mean, not diameter, but the thickness and all that stuff. Once you put them in a card, they get discounted if you take them out of the card. So the cards are fucking stupid. They really are. I don't know. I know all these companies were thinking, oh, let's put them in cards, makes it more official. But you know what? They really made it much harder. And then once it's in a card and a piece of plastic, it's even harder to see the goddamn thing, weigh it, and verify it. You know what I mean? So cards are some marketing genius got fresh out of college. Cards. Never asked somebody in the industry what they thought, but there you go, Christopher McCormick. You got my opinion on that. Welco, what's up? Chris Dutcher says they will not stop the monkey hammer until they disabled the market supply and demand, as you said in later. My F-bomb is, thank you. Can't argue with that. Mine is too, as of a long time ago, actually. Screw these guys. Screw all of them, you know what I mean? A bunch of scumbags they are. Jeff Keller says, if last year's price will dip, I believe it'll go up slightly. Of course, I'm a real bad at predicting the market. I think it'll dip. I think they will, Jeff. Donald says, and by the way, Happy New Year's and Happy Holidays to every one of you guys out there. I'm sure I'll be talking to you before New Year's for sure, but Happy Holidays. Donald says, I was doing when silver buying 40% unk and sold a few cold pieces. That's $25. That's not a bad deal, $25. I just sold a bunch of them at 27 and a quarter or something like that, cold piece dollars. Thanks for watching, Donald. Happy holidays. Jerome says, you too. Happy holidays to you and Silverliner. Do you think the oil being paid for in gold is going to affect the price? Absolutely. I think that gold is going to be what is going to back some currencies out there potentially. Even though they're still going to run a fiat system, they're going to say, hey, listen, we're running fiat, but look what we got in our vaults. But anyways, what do I know? Do not know if this is true, but rumor has a gold 4,000, silver up to 52 in China and India. Any truth to this? From your lips to the market's ears. I hope that happens for sure. Listen, I think that $4,000 gold is not unreasonable based on the bullshit fiat system we've been on and how inflation and the fact that gold and silver have been suppressed for so long. I mean, that's not completely unreasonable. That's not conspiracy land theory or conspiracy world. Either is 52 an ounce silver. I think that both these metals have been held down for decades and decades and decades, and compared to what they're really worth versus a fiat system, a fiat dollar, fiat-based financial stuff. I think those numbers are not unreasonable at all, if you ask me. Alley Cat, hey, happy holidays to you. Alley Cat says the Fed Bank made me mad. I could swear. I could swear all the time. Well, I don't. Trust me. I don't want to lose more viewers thinking I'm just a foul-mouthed dumbass here. But I do let them fly sometimes when I'm feeling particularly ornery about something. Hey, appreciate you watching, Alley Cat. Great name. Corsos Connor, it's appropriate to drop a symbol when it's placed in the heart of corrupt powers to be. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'm sad at the faint of heart of cave and light hurt people in many ways. Yeah, I know it's a really screwed up world out there. I've been talking about this for a little while. I don't want you guys to get depressed. I want everyone to go out and do what I do. Go out and enjoy yourself the best you can. Take care of the people inside your circle, your friends and your family, and tell them, your friends and family, take care of people in their circle, and that shit will spread out to some point. But meanwhile, don't get depressed. Just do what we do. Let these bastards that are ruling the economic and political world, let them fail. Let them do whatever. Ignore their asses. It won't affect us. We will survive. Them, may they smoke turds with John McCain and other warmongers in hell. That's just my opinion. Boy, lost another viewer there for sure. $47 silver. Absolutely, John Gordon. Woohoo! For long, I've been finding it difficult to trade myself, but I think I am. Oh, gosh, damn it. He caught me again. One of them crypto freaking Nigerians. Hey, I got to love Nigerians. If they would just do something legitimate, they'd be billionaires. Most of them. Remove. Sorry, another crypto bullshit. Call my buddy at 1-800 whatever. Kyle PA. I was asking about your best spread between I can buy from you, not just the best premium. The best, well, I gave it to you. 40% was the best spread up there. If I was going to do make $1 an ounce on both sides of the wholesale spreads, it would be about $4. Next to 40%, what would be the next best spread out there? Probably 100-ounce bars, I would say, because of the cheapest up front. They're probably cheaper on the downside. Where the heck is my sheet? Let me take a look here. Oh, boy. Gonna make me work now, aren't you there, Kyle? Let's see, 100-ounce bars. That's goddamn pretty good spread there, actually. Yeah, I'd say 100-ounce bars would be the next spread. You know, I'd be at, like, on small quantities, minus, give me 1 second here, minus 25 cents. And, oh, is that correct? Yeah. Minus 25 cents, and I'd be a seller at plus $2.50. And what does that kind of give us here? Minus 25 cents. That gives about a $2.75 spread. That's not bad at all, actually, either. So yeah, I got some good deals here at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. So if you're in town, come by. You're in PA, though, man. I can't help you up there. However, if you're buying, I'll get into that in the end of the show. If you're buying larger quantities, I can help you. Joe Rock says, I hope you have 3,000 reasons I'd like to see it come down. Yep, you got a few of them fiat dollars in your pocket there, Joe Rock. They're burning a hole in your pocket. You know, I think right now is a good time to do it if you could find a good local dealer. If you can't come and visit me here at Commercial Rare Coins, find yourself a good local dealer. Don't pay more than $3 and $4 an ounce premium right now. I think you can stack up that $3,000, even though price of silver is higher. Maybe it'll go lower, though. You know, we've been talking about it going lower before the new year. Let's see what happens. I could be wrong on that. Happy holidays, Joe. Thanks for watching. Steven says, don't worry about the lost 2 viewers because you gained a new one. Thank you, Steven. Buddha bang, there you go. Freedom of speech should never be apologized for. 100% agree with you. Fist bump here. If you saw me, I fist bumped the screen. Well, not quite. Here you go. There you go. Fist bump on the screen. Timothy Bender says, pay now for availability. No one knows how easy it be to ship. We're not in Kansas anymore, people. Absolutely true. We are not in Kansas anymore, folks. Timothy also curses like a sailor. Hey, listen, if you curse, that's what blue-collar working class people do, is they curse out of passion. They curse not out of just trying shock value or shock factor or anything like that. It's out of passion. You can tell working class people curse, and that's what I come from, a working class background myself, and I've done my working jobs as well, my working class jobs. But meanwhile, and you know, the white collar also is a cursing crowd as well. And so is the upper classes. So all real Americans curse when they're passionate, all right? Let's just say it. You know, some of us are a little bit more sensitive than others. Thanks for watching, Timothy. Happy holidays. Chaos Coin says, love to hold it, Metals Talk. I've still been so bullish on platinum, looking at gold, palladium price. Palladium I don't follow too much, but yeah, I'm just, you know, all these markets are rigged, though. Palladium, platinum, I'm sure they're rigged as well. Platinum will have its own day, I believe. You're absolutely correct. And when that'll happen, not soon enough, in my opinion. Well, that's it, folks. This is Brian Kuzma with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. If you're wondering where conciergebullion.com, when it's going to re-evolve to a different kind of form, I've decided to just wrap everything up into Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We've been here since 1977. Not here since 1977. I've been doing it since 77. Been in this location since 1995. And if you live in South Florida anywhere, we advertise to be Atmex, SDJ, and Bullion, and the local dealers as well here in South Florida. But we are a brick and mortar. You can buy anywhere from $1 worth of gold and silver and platinum to millions of dollars worth of gold and silver and platinum. Unfortunately, I don't have an online website, so if you don't live in the state of Florida, we can't help you unless you're buying larger quantities, which we do have a service for. We have a service that we can sell you over 100 ounces of gold and over 1,500 ounces of silver anywhere in the continental U.S. By traditional bank wire and traditional secure forms of shipping. Again, I can beat Atmex, SD&J, and Bullion, and all the big boys out there. Maybe your local dealer on larger volume deals. Meanwhile, if you're not doing larger volumes, you don't live in South Florida, please find a good local dealer. I can't stress that enough, to do business with, as opposed to going online. And if you can't find anyone to do business with locally, I guess you're kind of stuck with the competitive online guys. Again, Atmex, SD&J, and Bullion, great companies. I can beat them. Hopefully you have a good local dealer that can beat them. But if you don't, hey, there you go. Anyways, have yourself a wonderful evening. Happy holidays to everyone. And I'll keep trying to pump these out on a daily basis and get back to my consistency that I once was. and once will be again. Good evening now. Bye.